Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the big event tonight. I know this is strange. I'm Scott Connell, 5 on Your Side Chief Meteorologist, and because of COVID, instead of being in the usual ballroom and having everything the way we normally do it, this year COVID has us in a different position. But nonetheless, this is the 2020 Heart and Cross celebration for Carter Ritter Senior Services. And so with Cardinal Ritter Senior Services, there's so much, and you just saw, maybe you tuned in a few minutes ago with the loop of the pictures. You saw all the smiling faces. Now, of course, most of those pictures were taken pre-COVID because everybody's got to have a mask on right now. But you saw the smiles, and we can still smile under our mask. And because of the difference you will make tonight, you'll be able to help some of our seniors smile in the days ahead. This has been a tough time for all of us, a strange year for sure. So I'm excited to be with you tonight to celebrate. We've got a whole event. I've got a whole rundown of everything we're going to do tonight. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We, of course, want you to donate. And that's why we're here, because you're going to help fund these programs for the upcoming year. The need did not go away just because COVID showed up. So it's important that you're here tonight, and we're glad that you're with us for sure. We want to begin by thanking some of our sponsors tonight: TJ Weiss, Midwest Elevator, John J. Smith Masonry Company, and Ron Weinstrower and Diane Compardo. Thank you all so much. We're very excited to be here tonight. All right. We have a matching gift challenge, and this is a big deal. Thanks to the generosity of Cardinal Ritter Senior Services, Cardinal Ritter, I'm just going to run my words all together. I'm so excited tonight. Cardinal Ritter Senior Services Board of Directors and the leadership team, we have a matching challenge tonight. So if that's met, it's going to help meet the goal. And this evening, we have a pretty lofty goal, $220,000, supporting our seniors right here in our community. So thanks for joining us this evening. Now, you can participate tonight in our chat feature, and we want to know how you're feeling tonight. So if you're on Facebook Live, visit crss.live to make your donation. That's where you can go. You can also participate in the polls on crss.live, or you can go to Slido. That's Slido/CRSS on another device. Okay, so you could use your phone and your laptop tonight. We're making it easy for you. And now we're going to bring in our Slido word cloud for you this evening as we see some of the words that you guys are sharing with us this evening. So here are some of the words we're seeing. Great, that's showing up. Love these word clouds, don't you? Great is showing up just fine. Fantabulous. Okay, so excited for the magic show. I am too. I have not seen it. They wouldn't let me see it in the previews. So, but I know we've had the mic check, and I'm very excited about this. So these are some of the responses. We're going to use Slido more as we go through the evening hours tonight. And we're looking for you to be interactive with us, okay? So I'm here at home. I'm in my house tonight. You may be at your home. Maybe you've got a small watch party going on. But wherever you are, we'd love you to participate with us tonight. So you can do that with the chat and the polls, and they'll be on the right-hand side, right next to the live stream. So now we're going to welcome our Most Reverend Archbishop Mitchell Brzezinski. He's the newly installed Archbishop of St. Louis. And before he leads us in prayer, we'd like you to go back to Slido, and you can leave your prayer intentions there. So now, Archbishop Mitchell Brzezinski will lead us in prayer tonight.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you to everyone watching the Heart and Cross virtual event, and for supporting the important work of Cardinal Ritter Senior Services. Last year, nearly 7,000 people benefited from programs at Cardinal Ritter Senior Services. COVID-19 has changed so many things, but the heart of our mission remains the same. So if you are in a position to give, I prayerfully ask you to do so, and I thank you in advance for your generosity. Tonight, as we open with prayer, please remember those we have lost in this pandemic, and all of those who carry us forward with the work done at Cardinal Ritter Senior Services. Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Lord our God, you are with us throughout all the ages. Today, we pray for those who benefit from the services of Cardinal Ritter Senior Services. We pray for all of those who work with them. And we ask, Lord, that you continue to protect our elderly, especially those who are vulnerable. Lord, bless us with the gift of your life, so that in knowing your ways, we may find our source and our refuge in you. May Almighty God bless you, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Archbishop Rosansky. Now, with the prayer intentions that hopefully you have added, here's some good news. The Franciscan Sisters of Our Lady of Perpetual Help have generously offered to pray for these intentions. The sister residents at Mary Queen and Mother Center and Mother of Perpetual Help will have a special prayer gathering, and it starts on Sunday, November 29th, the first Sunday of Advent. They're going to bring these requests to the Lord for you. And all of the Franciscan Sisters of Our Lady of Perpetual Help across the United States will include the prayer requests in their daily Franciscan morning and evening prayers throughout Advent. So that's a wonderful opportunity, and we thank the sisters certainly for that. Now, as many of you know, COVID has changed so much, and it's made all of our lives more difficult. It's a challenge for sure, but we're getting through it, and we're getting through it together. This event has changed because normally we would be having the big gala, we'd be sitting down, it's hard not getting together, and I think you probably would agree with me on that. We don't get to see people like we want to see people. We're having to do it over Zoom. We're having to, go back to the old days of making telephone calls. What a concept that is. But despite these changes and challenges that have been brought on by COVID this year, the need is still there. And the heart of Cardinal Ritter Senior Services mission has stayed the same. It hasn't changed. So Cardinal Ritter, the Senior Services branch here, is providing compassionate care. And basically, this is across a large variety of options here. You have high-quality residential health care, supportive social services. We're trying to help keep those services well-funded so that we can provide for our seniors. As the Archbishop said, over 7,000 impacted around the St. Louis area by your donations because Cardinal Ritter is able to help. Some of the programs, the assisted living program for our low-income seniors, these programs ensure that the seniors can live in their own homes in the community. I don't know about you, but as I've gotten older, I've watched my grandmother be on her own for a long, long time, and, she had some help, and my mom had some help. And it's people like you who help and come in there and provide that assistance when it's needed. Cardinal Ritter Senior Services is just that resource that folks need in these times. We're all, Lord willing, we're all going to get old at some point, and our bodies don't quite function just like they used to. So it's more important than ever, especially for those of us that are younger. We still have the energy. We still have the resources. Let's help out our seniors, because heaven knows we all want that help when we get to the advanced age. And I'm not going to say what the advanced age is, because as I'm getting older, that advanced age keeps changing. All right, Cardinal Ritter Senior Services also provides independent living, assisted living. There's skilled nursing facilities on the main campus. They have independent living apartment for low-income seniors throughout the entire metropolitan St. Louis area. And again, 7,000. So if you or a loved one has been helped, been touched by their services, you can tell us about that with the Slido chat feature. Tell us how it has impacted you, how it's helped your family, how it's helped maybe your mom, your dad, your grandparents. We'd love to hear that tonight. Now, as people take a moment to share those chats about their personal stories about what Cardinal Ritter Senior Services means to them, we're going to turn our attention to the reason why we're here tonight and the reason for all the work. Cardinal Ritter Senior Services is first and foremost a community, and it's a community of seniors who reside or receive services. The staff that works diligently to provide those services, and you can bet they do it with a smile on their face, even under the mask, for sure. They're providing the highest level of care. And of course, the families who entrust their loved ones to Cardinal Ritter to help support us in our efforts. We're part of a community tonight, and we'll be sharing just a few of the many stories from that community throughout the evening.
I feel blessed to be here. I don't know, I don't think they could take better care of us. You can talk to the nurses, you can talk to the med techs, and not only do they take good care of you, but
I love the fact that we're mission driven because I feel like I am also. And so we just jive together.
I chose Cardinal Ritter because of all the people that we help. There's a lot of low income folks out there that need a place to live, and we serve in that mission pretty admirably, being a part of Catholic charities. After all, those are exactly the kind of people that we're supposed to be helping in the first place. I'm proud to be a part of Cardinal Ritter Senior Services for that very reason.
I like Ritter because they gave me a home to stay, and I really so appreciate it. Thank you.
The biggest reasons is that there was a continuum of care, and my mother eventually needed that in 2018 after my father passed away. She went into memory care. Staff is awesome. The staff anticipates her moods, that moves, not her moods, that too, I guess. And they're always ready to engage her. They know the best way to get her involved. They have activities for her. They call us when she needs something.
And I really like the services that Cardinal Ritter Senior Services provide. I'm in a great place with some good people.
Cardinal Ritter to me is a place where family works. You get close to the residents, you get close to the staff. They notice when you're not here.
I found a home, and I found the people here caring and friendly and pleasant, and it's beautiful around here, especially at this time when we can't get out or have people come visit. That it's nursing staff, housekeeping, dining staff. Everybody is just very attentive and friendly, and I'm very happy and grateful to be here.
And one thing I think that you take away from that in watching these seniors and the staff talk is they're a family, okay? It's one of those things where, especially now where we can't do the visiting like we normally would, you can't always go in and see your relatives because of COVID. Maybe their relatives are out of town. They don't have, the kids, they've got jobs other places across the country. Cardinal Ritter's Senior Services staff becomes these seniors' families. And that's making a big difference for them. And especially in this time right now that we're in with COVID, I think that is a huge thing because they are all part of a family. The staff knows when somebody's not feeling well, when something's going on, and the residents know when the staff's not there and what's going on. They want to know. They're keeping tabs on each other just like you do with your family. So we'll be hearing more stories like that throughout the evening, and I think all of them just really shine a light on all the good work that Cardinal Ritter Senior Services does. So tonight, we'd like to introduce Cardinal Ritter Senior Services Chief Executive Officer, Chris Beckley.
Thank you so much, Scott, and thank you everyone for joining us this evening. For the last few years, I've had the privilege of serving as CEO for Cardinal Ritter Senior Services. And I continue to be so impressed and inspired by the dedication that our board, the staff, and supporters of this organization. I'd like to take a moment to thank our members of the board and also the sponsors this evening. We mentioned a few sponsors so far, but I'd also like to remember or recognize BSI Constructors, Thomas Industrial Coatings, United Scripts, Long-Term Care RX, Flooring Systems Incorporated, Ms. Rosemary Fairhead, Perry Corporation, St. Louis and Illinois Home Health, U.S. Bank Foundation, Catholic Charities of St. Louis, the Franciscan Sisters of Our Lady of Perpetual Help, Worldwide Technology, Bond Architects, Mercy, and the Sisters of St. Joseph Carondelet. This year in particular, I want to really thank our staff. They're always at the heart and soul of our mission, but this year they've continued to do their work while facing extraordinary challenges and limitations. Words cannot really express the deep gratitude and appreciation we have for them. If there's a team member whom you'd like to recognize and honor at this time, please mention them in the chat room. Let us let them know how truly valued they are and the hard work they continue to do on a daily basis. While I have your attention, I'd like to tell you about ways your gifts really make an impact. There are so many stories to tell, but I'd like to share one that really stuck with me about our client, Joe. Joe spent his life working hard. As he got older, he expected one day to retire and enjoy time with his family. But before he could do that, he received a medical diagnosis that qualified him as disabled, leaving him unable to work and forced to retire prematurely. In the wake of this drastic loss of income, Joe began to get behind his utility bills, his rent, and soon face disconnection notices and possible eviction. Joe was trying to really resolve the situation on his own when fate dealt another harsh blow. In May, Joe lost his daughter to COVID-19. He was now responsible for 3 grandchildren. Grieving and on the verge of losing his home, Joe now had 3 hungry teenagers he had to feed. Feeling like he had nowhere else to turn, Joe found his way to Cardinal Ritter Senior Services, who was able to help him return to some stability. With the funds from our incredible social services team, we were able to assist with rent and utility expenses, and Joe was able to avoid eviction and stay in the only home available to him and to his grandchildren. With food assistance, the family had enough to eat until Joe was able to complete the process of applying for and receiving disability benefits that he was truly eligible for and deserved. Thanks to the generosity of donors just like you, Joe and the kids can now take care of each other and begin to rebuild their lives in a safe home. So, for Joe and the thousands of seniors like him who are struggling with loss, loneliness, or the impact of this pandemic, we were able to help him and to his family. I ask you to please consider a gift to Cardinal Ritter Senior Services this evening. Your support can mean the difference between a senior staying in their home and risking homelessness when they're at their most vulnerable. I'd also like to mention, by providing this message this evening in our chapel at Mary Queen and Mother Center, we did this on purpose to really demonstrate the true belief, the strong faith that we have among our staff and our residents. Unfortunately, our residents aren't able to participate in this chapel during COVID, but we are providing them with Mass online. And so we still have that spirit here and the spirit that we want to carry over tonight. Now, I'd like to send it back to Scott for the next part of our program tonight. Also, Scott, I'm really hoping we see Maple tonight, sometime this evening. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Well, here she is, Maple, the most famous dog in St. Louis, I think, at this point. She's been on Ellen because she sometimes makes some noise. You want to make some noise? No, she doesn't want to make any noise. Of course, if you want her to perform, she won't perform. But when you don't want her to talk to you, she's quite the vocal little girl. Say bye-bye, everybody. Send your money. We need donations for Cardinal Ritter Senior Services. All right. Hey, would you say that again for me? All right, $8,000 so far. We're creeping up. That's what we're here for tonight. We're going to help our seniors. And that is double because we have the matching gift. So, we need to keep going. We need to raise that money tonight. You can go on Facebook Live, and you can also go to Slido, and you can slash CRSS, and then you can make your donations there for sure. All right. Okay, Maple, you can go back to go take your nap now. All right, go take your nap. All right. So, Chris, we're excited. Thank you for those kind words and for sharing Joe's story, because Joe's story, how important is that? That is amazing with all of his grandkids. So we have some entertainment for you tonight. I know we're virtual. It's not the same as it normally is, as we've said before, but we have Giancarlo Bernini. And Giancarlo Bernini is a magician, okay? He's astounded international audiences with multiple television appearances. He's even been on Penn and Teller Fool Us. So, Giancarlo, I think I'm going to turn it over to you because we're all going to be stunned, that's what I'm told, by the illusions that you're going to provide for us tonight. So I'm excited to see what you've got.
Wonderful. Scott, thank you so much. And everyone, I just want to start off by saying how incredible it is that we're able to gather here in such an innovative and engaging way. We have such an incredible team behind the scenes putting all this together. They've been fantastic to work with, and it really just all goes to show that no obstacles can slow down the mission of Cardinal Ritter. As you know, my name is Giancarlo. I am a magician, and I want to start off by doing something with a couple of cards. Honestly, these are just the 4 aces. The ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, and the ace of spades. Now, what's interesting about the aces is that when you think about aces, you usually think of card games. Well, this isn't going to be exactly one of those situations, because a lot of people don't trust magicians with card games, as you could probably imagine why. In fact, a lot of people say, well, you're a magician. Do you ever cheat at cards? I don't cheat at cards, but then they ask, do magicians ever mark cards? And, well, the answer is sometimes. Sometimes magicians mark cards. In fact, I'm going to show you how. It's not the way you normally think. A lot of people think that, if you're going to mark the back of a card, you're going to mark it here on the corner, or you're going to mark a part of the design on the edge here, or maybe somewhere around like the middle right there. But no, the way we're going to mark these cards is entirely different. Not the traditional way, but for instance, I'm going to actually show you exactly how to do this. For any ladies that are watching, if you're carrying lipstick with you and you rub your thumb on some lipstick and you rub it on the back of a card, you can actually get, and this is really interesting, but let me show you. You can actually get one of the backs of the cards to go a little bit of a pinkish tint to it just by rubbing a little bit of lipstick on. Just like, I don't know if you can tell, it's really subtle, but that card right there is just slightly pinker than the other cards. I know it's really subtle, but we're gonna get there. See, if you don't have lipstick with you, if you're wearing blue jeans, you can actually, if you lick your thumb and rub it on the blue jeans, you can get some of that dye to rub off on one of the cards, and you can actually get one of the cards to have a bit of a bluish tint to it, just like that. I don't know if you can tell. That's really subtle, but that card just happens to be a little more blue than the other ones. It's just a slightly very subtle thing right there. Here, let's try this. Say you're saying, well, I don't carry lipstick, I don't have blue jeans, what do? We do what's called a nail nick. What a nail nick is you take your fingernail and you just scratch off a little piece of the card. You just make a little indent just like that, and you just scratch off the corner. Very small, you can barely see it, but let me show you what that looks like. You can actually nail nick a card just like that. I don't know if you can tell, it's really subtle, but there's a corner missing right there. Just a little piece of that card is just missing. Well, let me just say that if at any point you get caught or someone says, hey, you're using marked cards, can I see one of those? You always want to have one card only, that isn't marked. So for me, that card is always the ace of spades. So I make sure the ace of spades isn't marked. And it's marked in and of itself, and that if I see a card that doesn't have a marking on it, I'm like, oh, that's the ace of spades. I know what that is. Because I can't hand out the other cards. Because if I were to hand out the ace of clubs, they'd notice there's a corner missing. And if I were to hand out the ace of diamonds, they'd notice that it has a pinkish back. And if I were to hand out the ace of hearts, they'd notice that it's slightly blue. But The ace of spades I can definitely hand out because the ace of spades is definitely not marked. In fact, it'll even tell you on the back, it'll say that it's definitely not marked.
Oh, cool. Very nice. Very nice. I'm not sure how you did that, but that's very nice.
Thanks, Scott. One of the things that I love to talk about is the different kinds of magic. That was just a card trick. But there's different types of magic. There's sleight of hand magic, close up magic, stage illusions. In Germany they're very famous for stage illusions. One of my favorite pieces of magic is sleight of hand magic with coins. That is actually pretty well known in China. So this is a trick that was actually invented in China. I want to show it to you. And the reason it was invented in China and that it became popular there is because these are little souvenir Chinese coins, but the coins have holes in them. And that's what allows this trick to work, is the fact that these coins have holes right down the middle of them. I'm going to hold these up so you can see them. So we start with 3 of these, as well as 1 piece of ribbon. Here's how this works. Say we thread 1 coin onto the ribbon. You can see it hanging there. We thread the second coin onto the ribbon, just like so, and the third. And I definitely want to hold it up so that you can see where it is that each coin lies on the ribbon. So you can see they're all dangling apart. I am going to let them all link together there. And I also want to make sure that the ends are going to be about the same distance from each other. Because I want you to see the ends, I want you to see the coins here in the middle, because that's what's going to make this happen. We have 3 coins, 1 ribbon, and you can see the moment that one of those coins just happens to melt right through that ribbon. Just like that. That's 1 coin. I'm going to see if we can actually get a second one. We take the 2 remaining coins. I'm going to actually do this very close to the camera so you can see it happen. That's 2 coins left on the ribbon. Watch this one as it just... melts right through.
It's a solid coin.
Solid coin, solid ribbon. I'll see you as it melts. Watch. I don't know if you can see the moment there. That ribbon just melts right through that coin. In fact, I'll do it one more time. Slow motion. Take the coin, take the ribbon, and just melt that ribbon right back on. That's how that works. Now, we end up with 2 coins on the table, 1 left on the ribbon. Allow me to show you this last one go. 1 coin left to go. And you can actually get it to roll all the way down with the other 2 coins. That's 1, 2, 3 coins. So that is one of my favorite pieces of magic. It is a sleight of hand technique that has been popularized in China, has made its way all the way to the United States, and it's just a beautiful piece of magic that I just wanted to share with you.
Well, yeah, it's pretty impressive, Giancarlo. I can't figure out how you did that, though. I mean,
appreciate that. Well,
of course,
Scott, let's share
supposed
something with you, actually, if you don't mind.
Okay, all right.
Scott, I've got a deck of cards.
Okay.
So all I need you to do is
see them
to
there.
just say stop, and I'll show you these cards are all different and shuffled. If you were here, I'd let you shuffle them as well. But just as I go through, just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right there. Now, this card right here just happens to be, the 6 of Hearts. Interesting. So you could have stopped me on any card, but you stopped me on this card, the 6 of Hearts. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to take that 6 of Hearts, place it right into the center of the pack, just like that, and the rest of the cards go on top. Now, what's interesting.
And no blue cards, no pink cards. It's all good,
nothing
right?
fancy, just a deck of cards. But your 6 of Hearts just jumps right up to the top, just like that. Let's do it one more time. One more time. We're going to take the 6, place it back on top of the deck, give the cards a cut, just like that. And with just one snap and one more cut, you can actually get that 6 to jump right back up to the top. One last time, that 6, you can see it happen. That 6 goes right there, right into the center, right there. See, this has been a really crazy year. And I'd like to think that just like this playing card, just like the 6 of hearts, Scott, it's easy to think that important things can get lost in the shuffle. But the mission of Cardinal Ritter is being pursued with the same love and dedication as ever. Because even just as this card gets lost in the shuffle, it always finds its way back to the top. And even though things may look very different here for us in this virtual medium, just as all these cards are completely different, Scott, the mission of Cardinal Ritter remains there it is, exactly the same. Scott, that's every single card is your card of the 6 of hearts. Every single card in the entire deck is your card, the 6 of hearts.
Very impressive.
Now, I figure that we're going to start by, I would like to show, I'd like to show you how to do one trick, if that's okay.
Okay.
So,
what do I need?
Just for now, all you need to do is watch what I'm doing, but it does involve a little square of cloth. So you take a little pocket handkerchief or something, you take it and you place it in your hand just like this, and you can actually get it to change color. See, it starts in red, and it comes out yellow, and it goes in red, and as it goes into my hand just like that, it goes in red, comes out yellow, goes in red all the way, comes out yellow all the way.
Wow.
All right, I'll show you how that's done. The way that's done is you have 2. So this one you hide, you put somewhere, away, a little backpack or something, or you just hide it somewhere where people won't see it. The other one, I'll just leave it here for now so you can see it. The other one is the yellow one. So the way this is going to work is you take the red one, you hide it in your hand. The yellow one goes in just like this, and as the yellow one goes in, the red one comes out. Oh, you don't want that to happen because if you pull that out all the way, you'll have to do some real magic, and you'll get that yellow one to actually turn red. See, it goes in yellow all the way like that, and it comes out red all the way like that.
No yellow.
No. So,
very nice.
One more thing, Scott, that I'd like to share with you, if that's okay. And that's this.
Go ahead.
It's a virtual deck of cards. Scott, would you do me a favor? Would you just imagine taking these cards through the screen?
Okay. Oh, let me go up here.
Yeah, there you go. And just give them a good shuffle. Just give them a mix.
All right.
I'm going to take one card out.
Okay.
Put it back in upside down. And put the cards back in the box.
Okay, put it back in the box, and there you go.
That's perfect. Scott, what card did you happen to turn upside down?
A King of Hearts.
A King of Hearts. Oh, that's really interesting. See, if I take the cards out of the box just like this, you'll notice that out of all the cards, every single card is facing the same way, except for one. And that one card just happens to be the King of Hearts.
Wow.
That
very nice.
Virtual deck of cards. Scott, thanks so much for helping out with that trick, and thank you to everyone for watching, participating. I hope you have all enjoyed the magic. And once again, thanks for being here to further the mission of Cardinal Ritter. Their senior services in their commitment to providing compassionate, dignified care through their residential, their healthcare, and supportive social service programs. My name is Giancarlo Bernini. I hope you enjoyed the magic and have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Giancarlo. Wow, that was pretty impressive. I'm very impressed. And got my card too, my virtual card. Isn't that amazing? All right. So I don't think we can top that, but we're going to try this evening because we have more news about what's going on at Cardinal Ritter with the senior services. And, it's kind of what Giancarlo said. It's with the heart. They are doing everything that they do with a whole heart and with that heart of love. So we're going to hear a story from Sister Renita Brummer, one of the amazing board members, and she's going to tell us this is why we're here tonight and what this mission means to so many of us that are gathered virtually here this evening.
Hello, I'm Sister Renita Brummer, a Franciscan Sister of Our Lady of Perpetual Help. I'm so pleased to have this opportunity to speak with you. We Franciscan Sisters of Our Lady of Perpetual Help have been a deep part of the history and story and mission of Cardinal Ritter Senior Services. In fact, we were part of the congregations in an organization called CASE of sisters who began Mary, Queen, and Mother in 1982, and it was in 1982 that Our Lady of Life and Mary, Queen, and Mother were opened. What a great day that was, and some of our sisters were some of the early employees. We were also a part of the key development of Mother of Perpetual Help. We were looking for a place for our sisters to be able to retire and receive wonderful care. In 1996, Mother of Perpetual Help opened. Today, we are so blessed. We have 11 sisters who are residents at Mary, Queen, and Mother of Perpetual Help. These sisters receive excellent care, find a home, and we believe they bless all of the other residents in a sense of community. We're so grateful you're part of this Heart and Cross event, raising money to support this important mission. We're a part of it because we know that Jesus' mission was to heal, to comfort, to accompany those who were most fragile and vulnerable. And today, that's certainly our wise elders who served us so well and who have done so much for us. So thank you for being a part of this wonderful event, and we're blessed to be a part of it too.
Thank you, Sister Anita. Again, we are talking about the big event tonight. It's virtual. We're not having as big of an event as what we normally do, but you're here, and that's what's important. So you've been participating as well through Slido and leaving responses and message. So we have a few responses from some of you tonight who have shared just about the healthcare workers at Cardinal Ritter who have impacted your lives. So we have some of those for you tonight to pop on the screen perhaps. And as we continue through this evening, of course, someone says hi, Maple, too. But there they are, and we've had so many people that have been so good with the residents and the people that they serve in the community. And it makes such a big difference. And so we're here to support them. Every year there's a budget. Everybody has a budget from year to year. And Cardinal Ritter Senior Services, Cardinal Ritter has a budget too. And they've got to have money to be able to provide for the seniors and provide the things that they need. And the mission is continuing here. So the generosity of Cardinal Ritter Senior Services Board of Directors and leadership team, we have a $20,000 matching challenge. And if we can meet that tonight, that helps the overall goal of $220,000, which of course, that goes back into our community, the 7,000 or so, probably more than 7,000, but at least 7,000 residents, seniors that are served by Cardinal Ritter Senior Services. So you can donate, you see it right there, CRSS.live, and you can have your gift matched, okay? First $20,000. So we're raising money tonight. We want you to give. Okay, it's not hard to do. You can do it online. It's secure. There's no problems. It's going to be very easy for you to do that, and it gets matched. So if you're joining us, again, CRSS.live to make your donation. You can participate on the polls or in the polls on CRSS.live, or you can go to slido.com/CRSS on another device. So you could be watching this on your computer or on one device, and you can use your phone on another device. So your gift will be doubled this evening thanks to that matching challenge. Isn't that great? Time to do that. Get in on this right now so we can double those gifts tonight. Well, we want to recognize this evening, the time has come for the Heart and Cross Award recipient, Dr. Babu Dandamudi. Now, he is enjoying retirement after 39 years of service. Dr. Dandamudi's impact on the community has been tremendous. This year has posed its own set of challenges, and prior to retirement, he continued to lead the medical staff with great dedication.
Greetings. I'm very thankful to the board of Cardinal Ritter Senior Services for giving me this award. Looking back in early part of my career when I started practice in South St. Louis City, I was introduced to the long-term care and senior care at Mary Queen and Mother. I was the medical director at that time. Since I retired, I was the medical director. And here, where I learned a lot of things and which helped me to practice throughout my career as senior care physician till I retire. Here where I learned the compassionate care, here where I learned to respect human life, dignity, and other views. And here where I was introduced, being a non-Christian, to the Catholic principles of life. And also here where I was introduced to the ethics and morals of practicing medicine. And this is where I was introduced to practice and in caring for people while we are practicing and caring for a person rather than a disease. So I'm very, very grateful and thankful for all the people who helped me in the beginning of my career, where my practice of medicine throughout after many years helped me to be who I am. So I'm very, very thankful again for this award, and I will be thanking everybody again. Thank you.
And of course, we extend our gratitude to Dr. Dandamudi for his committed service to Cardinal Ritter Senior Services. And we'd like to remind you once more why we're together this evening, and that is so you can remember the seniors in our care tonight. And those seniors are so important. You know, Slido is going really well tonight. You guys are using that. Technology is great. We're able to be together even though we can't actually physically be together. We're able to virtually come together. So how long have you been a supporter of Cardinal Ritter Senior Services? 5 years. A lot of you. Look at that. We have some that have been 11 to 20 years, and 7% are showing more than 20 years. You can add to this. You can vote on Slido, and you can add those polls. Those numbers may change. There they go, just a little more. Still have a lot of you just in the last 5 years. And I'm guessing if you're just within the last 5 years, you're probably at this point thinking, I'm thinking your parents or your grandparents, they are the ones that are using the services or receiving services, receiving the help from Cardinal Ritter Senior Services tonight. And so that's why we see these numbers. Those of you that have been around for a long, long time and have been contributing to this effort, you know the impact that it has on our seniors for sure. So tonight, before we wrap up, and we're getting closer to the end, but we still haven't met our goal. We want you to donate. You can do that, CRSS.live or slido.com/CRSS. Get your gift matched tonight, okay? We want to do that. We want to get those gifts matched. And, you know, this is the season of giving. So we're here. Thanksgiving is next week. We have so much to be thankful for. I know I do, you do. there's so many things we can be thankful for. Sure, we can look around and say, there's a lot of things wrong right now, and COVID has messed this up, messed that up. But at the end of the day, we have so much. We've all been so blessed. And Cardinal Ritter Senior Services is doing just that. They are blessing our seniors in our community. So before we let you go, let's tune into our friends at Our Lady of Life.
The big thing is the people, and especially those who, all of our caregivers. I find them concerned, and they listen to us, and they think they do their best to take very good care of us, and especially now to protect us from the virus. When I came here, I wasn't near as well as I was now, and one of the residents, she saw me and knew I was new and welcomed me and showed me how to get around to the places we need to go, because it's a rather big area and they have everything for our convenience.
Parents entered Our Lady of Life Senior Living in 2012. Best experience ever. It's like going to Cheers. Everybody knows your name. They know your family's name.
In January, we will be here 9 years, and I've loved every minute of it.
The year 2018 was not a good year for either one of us. We both fell several times, and Mary Ann ended up at Mary Queen for rehab. That's how we became acquainted with Our Lady of Life. And in June of that year, we moved in here, and it's been a great experience for both of us.
Hi, I'm Ellie, and I'm a social worker for Cardinal Ritter Senior Services. And the reason that I came to work for Cardinal Ritter is because I believe that all seniors have the right to age with dignity and respect, and to be safe, and to be somewhere where they're happy living. And that is why I came to work here.
Cardinal Ritter is a place where you go to find compassion, love. The residents are amazing. I currently am at Mother Perpetual Health, the assisted living, and that's the community that I work in, and I'm very happy to be here, and I love each and every resident.
Isn't that fantastic? The staff is so concerned with all of the residents, and even the staff that goes out. You know, there are so many folks that are not living in a residential unit per se. They're living in their homes, but the only reason they can stay in their homes is because Cardinal Ritter Senior Services is able to go out and provide them with some assistance, whatever that may be. It may be some rent assistance. It may be help paying a utility bill, you know, just to make it so they can stay in their home as long as they possibly can. And, you know, and at the end of the day, I know we talked about this earlier, we're all going to get a little older, and all of us want to stay as, you know, I think as we get older, we get a little more stubborn and we kind of get used to everything the way it is, and we kind of want to keep it that way. And as long as these folks are able to stay in their home, Cardinal Ritter Senior Services going to go out, they're going to help them. And especially our low-income folks, you know, when you're on that tight budget, it makes a huge difference. Now, I just got an update on our fundraising tonight. We're up to $10,000. So we need to get to that $20,000 mark so we can match it. Matching up to $20,000. So you give $20,000, not you personally, but we all give, and we get to $20,000. That goes up to $40,000. And the goal this year is $220,000. So this is the time for you to give. And it's very easy to do that. That matching is ongoing right now. We've got another $10,000 that we need to get matched tonight. Tonight, in the next 15 minutes, if we can do it. Okay? And you can do that right now. You can go to crss.live, or you can go to slido.com/CRSS. And so there you see it at the top, your gift matching. The gift match is up there. So if you give $100, it's $200. If you give $50, it's $100. If you have $500, boom, we're up another $1,000. We're almost there. So make that donation right now. If you'd go online and help us with this tonight, Cardinal Ritter Senior Services is out in our community. They are working hard. They are providing for our seniors. They're taking care of them in the assisted living care facilities. Some of them have the independent living facilities. Some of them didn't really have a place to go as they got older. And Cardinal Ritter, with the heart of Jesus, reaches out and helps these older folks just like you would want someone to help you if you were in that situation. So if you would right now, just go online and make that easy donation. It's a very simple process. You can get that taken care of right now, and those dollars get matched tonight. So we're so glad you've joined us this evening. Now, we've had our raffle winner going on, and before we wrap up tonight, we need to turn over to our friends now at Our Lady of Life and see what's going on with the Queen of Hearts raffle.
Jenny Wolf.
All right, and how long have you been here, Jenny?
A little over 7 years.
All right, awesome. Okay, let's go pick number 36. All right, what do we have?
There it is.
The Queen of Hearts! Woo! Yay! Congrats, Tim Pelican! You are winning half the pot! Woo!
All right, Tim Pelican wins the Queen of Hearts raffle. So, Tim, congratulations. The folks will be reaching out with you for details on claiming your prize here in the coming days for sure. But congratulations, Tim. And you know, you could see everyone smiling under those masks. If you've been to the grocery store, you can probably tell who's in a grumpy mood and who's happy, because you can still tell when someone is smiling. And we want to put some smiles on some seniors' faces tonight. So we're winding down our evening. Normally, this would have been a much longer evening. We would have had dinner and, you know, all the usual fun and the big events of gathering together and all of that fellowship. Just not the opportunity this year because of COVID. But the opportunity for you to give is still there. And we want you to make those donations. We're still working towards that $20,000 matching gift. And the goal this year is $220,000. So if we get that $20,000 here tonight, and we're getting closer, then we're going to be up to $40,000 once that's matched. And then the fundraising will continue. We are going to make this year because our seniors are depending on us. They really are depending on us. So the matching challenge continues. It will continue. You can make your donation. Those dollars are going to be doubled. Cardinal Ritter Senior Services makes the difference between a senior being able to stay in their home or risking homelessness when they're most vulnerable. And, you know, I think that's something that as you get older, that starts to really get scary. So Cardinal Ritter steps in and they're the ones helping out. And they're helping our seniors, and they're keeping them in their homes as long as they can keep them in there and make things go. You heard about Joe earlier with all his grandkids and how Cardinal Ritter stepped up and with that heart of love went out and helped Joe get everything squared away so he could still take care of his family and his grandkids and give them, they have food. And, you know, there's so many things that Cardinal Ritter just does that's just unbelievable. So I want to take the opportunity tonight to pay a special thank you to Catholic Charities of St. Louis. You hear about Catholic Charities of St. Louis all the time. Cardinal Ritter Senior Services is one of 8 federated organizations that makes up Catholic Charities of St. Louis. So, you know, everybody's working together and working towards this one goal with a heart of love. And I want you to share your heart of love with us tonight in the form of a donation. That matching gift time is still going on tonight. All right, we are still matching gifts up to $20,000. So we're getting there, but we're not there yet. So CRSS.live, you can go there right now and you can make an easy online donation, and your gift gets matched. So if you have $100, it becomes $200. If you have $500, it becomes $1,000. If you're really in a good position right now and you have $1,000, that becomes $2,000. $20 becomes $40. It doesn't make any difference what the amount is. It will get matched up to $20,000 tonight. So CRSS.live is what you need to do right now to go and make that donation. We also want to thank our newly installed Archbishop of St. Louis for his blessing earlier, and the entire Archdiocese of St. Louis team, and the annual Catholic Appeal for all of their support for the mission of Cardinal Ritter Senior Services as well. It is an incredible mission, and as you've seen tonight with the videos, from the residents to the staff, the love that they have for each other makes all of the difference. And in this challenging time of COVID-19, when we can't be together like we want to be together, when we can't see our family members like we want to see our family members, your staff at Cardinal Ritter Senior Services is taking care of the residents. They're part of the family. They're taking care of them. They all become family. And they're probably, I'm willing to bet, given COVID-19 this year, they are probably closer, and there's more of that family love than there has ever been. And you can keep that going tonight by making your donation. Thank you to all of our sponsors who have made this. Thank you to all of the sponsors that have made this possible tonight. Without the sponsors, this doesn't happen. And of course, that also helps in the fundraising as well. So we thank you for your participation and support this evening. We hope that next year we will see you in person. I just want to make sure that we're A-OK, everybody's all right, that the control room, your team that's been working behind the scenes to put this all together, the technology that they're using, making this virtual gala what it is tonight, it's been amazing. Dedicated professionals working behind the scenes to make this all happen tonight. We also want to thank Giancarlo, too, as well, for his magic performance tonight. So one last time, CRSS.live is where you can go to make your donation. Cardinal Ritter Senior Services, doing so much in our community. We'll look forward to seeing you next year, hopefully in person. Have a very happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas.